Kyle, very good to see you. Today, we're going to talk about why a financial plan matters more than ever for retirement readiness. Despite ongoing concerns about inflation, debt, and the increased cost of living, many Americans remain surprisingly optimistic about their financial future. But that confidence has a clear link, and it is planning. So, people who work with a professional, this is according to the Wealth Watch survey. Here it is, so I can pull it up for you. People who work with a professional are more than 2 times as likely to have a retirement plan and retirement savings, and they're far more confident in reaching their goals, 84 versus 58%. So how does that relationship lead to more confidence and better savings?
Hey, Erin, good to be with you. I really like the study that they did, and I think that it draws a really good conclusion, which is, where does that confidence come from? In our first meetings, when we're first meeting clients, we're starting to talk about planning for their futures. Really a big part of it is we're just answering a lot of their questions. I mean, we're not, taking out spreadsheets and crunching all the hard numbers. We're really just answering a lot of people's questions. And I think it's the fear of the unknown that can really shake people's confidence. And we want to jump into the hard stuff first. First things we'll cover is what happens if we have a major market crash. That's on everyone's mind when they retire. What happens if I have some sort of long-term care event, or I need some sort of expensive medical care? Where's that coming from? And then, what happens if I'm not here? Is my spouse going to be okay? Are my kids going to be okay? We hit all that head on. And I think just understanding and talking through it gives people a lot of confidence.
So why do so few people, again, according to the study, only 19% of people have a retirement strategy? What's the difference between having savings and having a retirement plan?
I'm not surprised by that statistic at all. I think it comes down to a couple of things. One is really the anxiety that some people feel. It's the inertia, right? Before you get something started, it feels like a mountain of work and you just don't want to jump into it. And some people, they have the fear of the unknown. They don't want to know whether or not they can successfully retire. It's just something that they kind of let build up. And the other thing is, and this is, I think, a huge misconception in America for sure, is that I think a lot of people think that they're not deserving of a retirement plan or a relationship with a financial professional because they don't have $10-15 million in savings. Well, that's not true. In my opinion, it's almost more important if you're just trying to get by in retirement for you to sit and talk to somebody that can help you, and you don't have to be one of the ultra rich.
So according to the Wealth Watch survey, inflation remains top of mind for most. 49% said inflation affected their finances the most in 2024. So how do you help clients manage those challenges while still planning for the future?
This is a good one. I mean, going back to that first question that we had talked about, the hard pressing questions, inflation's on the short list of things that we cover.
Yeah.
Look at recent times. Obviously, it's been unique, but inflation's been big. And we go back to one fundamental thing, and we always ask our clients, why do we invest? Why do we invest in markets in the first place? What's the point? And really the point is we invest in markets to participate in economic growth over time. Historically, it's been one of your best defenses against inflation. And I think fortunately for a lot of people, we've gotten to witness that here in recent time. So even though we've had that big inflation, if you stay disciplined, your money has at least kept up, or hopefully it has.
For those then who feel behind or overwhelmed, what is the first step in creating that retirement plan?
I think the first step is finding somebody to talk to that's going to be a good fit. And in my opinion, I think a good advisor on an interpersonal level is someone who's going to make this easy. You don't want to hit somebody with a 50-question quiz and say, go find all your documents from, 19 whenever and bring it all in. We want to make it as easy as possible. That's something we pride ourselves on here, of course, but just having the right conversation, asking those questions can give you just so much confidence in one meeting, I think.
Yeah, it does feel sometimes like you shouldn't pick up the phone, but I like what you said, Kyle, that sometimes it's the people who feel a little stuck in the middle. Just having that guidance can just bring peace of mind. So if somebody wants to sit down with you to create that retirement plan and strategy, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, best ways through our website. That's firstcoastfinancialgroup.com.
Great. Kyle, thank you.
Thank you, Erin.